Hello, everybody. Um, this is Charlie, or Pavlon 5. Uh, the reason I don't know what to say now is, right now, is because this is the second filming of this, because I just made one. It was like the perfect length, and my mic was muted, so I have to redo everything. I didn't want to use the same seed, so I just left it with none, so it's its own generated one, so starting all over, and I'll try and say like the stuff that I was talking about in the first video of this, but I was saying how my favorite places to build is extreme mountains. Oh yeah, this is a single player, nobody else will be on this, but I was thinking of, like, I wanted to what's it called, my favorite areas to live is in a extreme hills, but in the last episode, or in the previews before this, it was just, oh wow, right off the bat, it was just what's it called, on a small plains area, and I didn't get a house built or anything, but I really want to say, like, I was talking about a League of Legends match I had played yesterday, and like what I wanted my routine to be, but I don't think it's gonna get completely repeated. But I'll start out with the League of Legends match. I was playing with my cousin, and then 3 other people that we met through matchmaking, and we were my cousin was playing as a new character that came out about 2 weeks ago, so he should be free to play maybe this week. And then, oh, I forgot, Cobble. And then I was playing as a character that I recently got a few days before he bought the new character. His character is called Aatrox. He's very OP at the moment. He has not been nerfed or buffed or anything. It's just how they first made him. And he's really annoying, especially with his passive, which lets him pretty much revive himself for almost a fourth of his health. And he can kill you because of that. And then I was playing as one of my new favorite characters, Akali, a ninja assassin. And I was actually doing very well that match. I went about 24-6, I think I said last time. I'm not completely sure. I do believe I could check, but I'm not going to. I just know I was in the 20s range for kills and below 10 for deaths. Then my cousin was about maybe 10 kills, about the same amount of deaths as me. But we were playing on the Summer's Rift 5v5. And then I do not think we were versing a pre-made team that we were versing, because they didn't really have good, it didn't look like they had good communication going on from how they were always spread out, and we were like put together a lot. But I was like super fed, because I didn't play super aggressive until I reached level 6 when I unlocked my ultimate. And when I unlocked my ultimate, we were versing like a super tanky. Whoa, let's start from the beginning. It was a 1v2 in the top lane where me and my cousin were, because they had like a jungler which roams the jungles and tries to gank lanes, so try to help out every lane. And then they shouldn't at least take too much of your farm, but they will take farm from like jungle, like the buffs and the wolf camps, wraith camps, and golem camps. And we didn't have a jungler. But we did very well. Their top laner eventually left because I think he got super angry with a 1v2 at almost all times. Because we were being super aware of our surroundings, so their jungler couldn't really gank us. So it was really tough. I felt like we were a little too harsh on the guy because I felt like his team was yelling at him for dying so much. So he eventually left. But the enemy team still put up a very great fight because they actually ended up winning it. And I actually got blamed for us losing because I said I would defend, and I told him like to rush the Nexus because there was nothing defending it. So when everybody else on my team except for my cousin, me and him were rushing the Nexus, everybody else was out in our jungle. They had one person alive out of 4, and he actually ended up backdooring to our Nexus, and he actually killed it before any of us got back. And it was pretty funny, but I was doing like we were versing another Aatrox. He was in the jungle, I think, or no, maybe he was the top lane. I think he was jungle, but we were versing another Aatrox, and he was probably him or their Teemo was actually the toughest to take out solo, because Teemo would blind you, and Aatrox just had insane lifesteal, but my lifesteal was even better than his. So, because if I did a full combo of all my skills, I'd do about half his health, and I'd have to auto attack until my skills got off cooldown. Like, my skills aren't super long cooldowns, but if I spam them, it would give him an opening to kill me with his skills because he has a knock up and everything. But yeah, Aatrox is not a very easy person to kill, but we were playing and we had it was a very fun time. It was a fun match. It was probably it was probably like the funnest match I've had in a while. Ooh, Extreme Mountains, just what I wanted. And we were actually, how do I say this? We weren't like going try hard, but I don't think we were playing super hard either. But you could tell that some people on our team were just going ultra try hard mode, like especially since their jungler backdoored us. But it didn't really matter because it was still unfair, and it shouldn't have happened in general, but I don't really care about getting blamed for that because it was probably my most fun match I played, and probably the best I've done in an actual online game. So it doesn't really bother me to lose from that, but it bothered our mid laner who wasn't doing too hot, dying to a Teemo all the time. And then our support did a great job of stunning and what's it called? What's the word? And like healing up our team like in fights, like, and my character was like super squishy, so, but I got a Giant's belt which gave me about, I do believe it's 100 health, which made me tankier, but didn't do much for me, but it still saved my life plenty of times. Ooh, jungle too. So I'm really wanting to play with those kinds of players again, and I hope I eventually find more people like that, because it's hard to come across people that play nice now. Like, everybody's super try hard mode. Ooh, iron. So it's getting kind of harder to find fun people to play with. Okay, well, that was the match. What was the other thing now? oh yeah, it was like my schedule of how I wanted to do this and like put up videos and everything. I want to do one maybe once a day. I'm not promising, but like today would be the single player, and then tomorrow to be like a golf craft episode, and then a super craft bros, and then just repeat that until I find other stuff to record. Like I could do Don't Starve on Steam, but I haven't played that in so long that because there's been so many updates that I haven't really seen it, and my computer's not good enough to record League of Legends like I wanted to. But that's okay. I have Black Ops 2 for the computer, but I don't like to play it on it because it's really bad for it. Like since my computer's bad, it lags all the time, so it's almost impossible to get a kill. And then that's not even while recording. That's just in general. But if people would like for that kind of stuff, I could maybe do it. But like I said, like no promises. Let's do that. It'd be nice if I could play with not just my cousin, but abandoned mine shaft. Oh no, that's just dirt. If I could play with my cousin more, but I don't know if that's gonna happen because he's been taking driver's ed, and so he hasn't been on a whole lot lately. And then I start next month, which is gonna make it hard because he has it the month before I do, so it's gonna be 2 months to where our schedules are different. But we still find time to play, so I can like tell stories of my matches and like all the fun ones, and then all the trolling ones of where your team's like doing like stuff on purpose that's bad for like your wins. But oh, come on. But it's really fun to find nice people for once, because that's actually not very often that you find it. Like I don't even play online without playing with my cousin, because I don't think it's very fun without other people to play with. So I kind of only play online with friends, because it's just terrible communication wise. It gets super hard to communicate, and it's hard to, because some people, like a lot of people speak in different languages too, because the matchmaking system can go across the world from America all the way to like you can go to Mexico, Europe, all those places. And if you get somebody from like Mexico that only speaks Spanish, it's really hard to communicate. You'll have to use your pings, and they won't understand. Like if they don't speak English, they won't understand like what you're typing. So it gets really complicating when you're playing with people that don't speak the same language. It'd be nice if the community like spread a lot more throughout like your area, to where you'd get more people like from your state that you may like that you could have a higher possibility of knowing to play with. But that's not really gonna happen probably. There's about 7 minutes maybe left of this. I could maybe make this my home entrance, but I don't really live in caves really. But I can always be like Etho and build like a cool base and everything. Oh, forgot about this iron, or not iron, coal. But if you haven't seen Etho's base, it looks really sick. It's huge. He's really good with redstone. And then he actually made his own automated, like, there's like a face thing that if it doesn't get like stuff in the hoppers from like food, like actual food, like he made it so it's like life. Like you have to feed it for it to survive. You have to do stuff with it so it stays happy. It's really cool, and the wiring of the redstone is insane. So I encourage you to go check that out if you need help with redstone or anything. To go look at him, because he's really good. And then, oh, and then I also kind of want to make kendama edits, but I don't really have a camera for that. But if you guys don't know what a kendama is, it's like it's an older Japanese skill toy for like, it's really good for hand-eye coordination, and I own like 6 of them, and I won one in a competition. Like my newest one I won for coming in first place in the intermediate bracket. And it was nice to see how much it's grown since a few years ago. Because if you look back to the past of how, like I didn't have one in the past for what I'm talking about, but like it's from watching all like the pros, like how they say how much the community has like changed, like, and a lot of people say that it's good for like if you just need something to do, that it's really good for that, because there's so many things that you can do. There's so many different tricks. Like, oh, but I forgot to describe what it looked like. It's like 3 cups and a spike and a ball. You try to get the ball on the cups, and then eventually onto the spike. And you can also hold it by the ball and land it in those sorts of ways. But that gets really hard. Like, there's a lot of tricks for holding the ball that I can't do, which I have been trying to learn. And then you can also land them like in between the cup, like bouncing on the cup rims, which is really cool. But that's gonna do it for this episode. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.